Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Zangiri, and today I got another video for you guys. And basically today we're gonna be talking about patterns and template parts and why you should be using patterns instead of template parts. Alright, so if you check out the code in front of us over here, this is the patterns directory. And if you check out any of the patterns that I have created, and actually I updated my GitHub accordingly, you can find out that in the patterns in the create block theme plugin, it's actually providing actual code and the h2 tag and so on. Also giving us some class names, and it's also giving us some properties like aria hidden and so on and so forth. Also giving us some PHP code. So that is basically why I am advising you to use pattern instead of a template part. Why? Because in a template part, for example, this is a template page. This is not the one we want. This is the one that I am comparing to. So if I go, for example, into any of this, let's say, for example, post and container, which is one of the ones that actually worked when I tried to re-upload the theme. So if I go into the editor and patterns, these two worked correctly. But however, if I go into, for example, footer with social icons, block has been deleted or unavailable. So if I go into the code, so as you can see, it's actually referencing a block that does not exist. So maybe this is something in the WordPress options. I'm not really sure how this is saved by the create block theme. But again, I don't want you to repeat the same mistake that I made, which is basically saving the template parts without the patterns. I made both if you actually check out my videos, but like I said, for some reason, the .gitignore file did not include the patterns. So again, I'm just gonna fix all of the issues over here. And as you could see as well, like sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work in terms of the template parts. Like for example, the social icons works over, but the footer with the social icons does not work. So if I go into parts and I go into social icons, for example, you're gonna find out that it's actually referencing something, not a block. So that is the main key point that you should focus on. Make sure just in your parts, you're not referencing something like a block over here. Like if I go into footer with social icons, as you can see, it's referencing a block which does not exist on this computer. Maybe it did on my old computer. I'm not really sure. But again, like I mentioned, try to avoid template parts as much as you can, because as per my previous experience with them, as you could see, when you re-upload them, it does not work. For some reason, it does get broken because you're referencing a block. You're not actually referencing a code, right? A couple of things in the theme. I'm gonna change the template parts to pattern, and just make sure when you save your theme, do not make the same mistake like me. So actually, this is a common issue on the like the WordPress forums. You actually search this, block has been deleted or unavailable. So as you can see, it has been actually something that has been like common in the plugin. So I found out that basically most of the time they use template parts, as you could see, HTML file, HTML file. So again, try to avoid those HTML files in the template parts and try to use patterns, because if you check out the patterns, like I said, you will find actual code that WordPress can reference to in case you want to use it on another theme. So I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'll see you guys in the next videos where I promise, like I said, we're going to be testing out the WordPress unit tests and Vato unit tests as well. We're going to be doing that. This was